When people look at Buddhism and the role of women, they often see two completely conflicting stories. In one story, the Buddha was a social revolutionary. He did the unthinkable in 5th century BC India. He created an order of fully ordained female monastics, the Bhikkhunis, opening the path to liberation equally to all. In the other story, people read rules in the texts that place these same nuns in a subordinate position to monks. The common misconception is that only one of these stories can be the real Buddhism, that it must be either perfectly egalitarian or hopelessly sexist. But what if both are true? What if the path itself is a story of a timeless truth struggling to express itself through the flawed lens of human culture? Welcome to the Mindful Compass. Today, we are exploring a question that is both ancient and deeply modern. Are traditional Buddhist texts and lineages inherently sexist, and what is the modern status of female monastics? We will look at the complex reality in the texts, the historical loss of the Bhikkhunar order, and its courageous modern revival. Why does this matter? Because this isn't just history, it's about integrity. It asks if the Dhamma is a true refuge for all beings, and it challenges us to see the difference between a timeless teaching and its cultural container. The first fact is revolutionary. The Buddha, by ordaining his aunt Mahapajapati Gotami, established the Bhikkhuni Sangha, a fourfold community of monks, nuns, laymen, and laywomen. This was a radical act of inclusion. The second fact is painful. The texts, compiled by monks in a deeply patriarchal society, also contain rules, like the Garudhammas and their 8 heavy rules, which subordinate the nuns' order to the monks. So how do we hold these two facts? Let's use an analogy. The Dhamma, the core teaching of liberation, is like a source of pure light. Its truth, that suffering has a cause and an end, is universal, genderless, and timeless. The institution, the Vinaya, monastic code, the lineages, and the texts. These are the lamp that was built to hold and protect that light 2,500 years ago. That lamp was a revolutionary design for its time, but it was also built by the hands of its culture, and that culture was patriarchal. So, some parts of that lamp are made of colored or obscured glass. This is the cultural bias. This glass does not change the nature of the light itself, but it does tint, filter, and sometimes obstruct the light as it shines out. The tragedy, particularly in the Theravada tradition, is that the lamp holders allowed the part of the lamp that held the bhikkhun flame to break. The lineage died out. The modern story is the courageous and often controversial effort to rebuild that part of the lamp, to restore the Bhikkhuni order, and to polish that glass so the light shines equally for all. So what is the negative side effect of this history? The side effect has been the loss, for centuries, of the fourfold Sangha that the Buddha intended. It created an imbalance, a Buddhism that was only half of its original design. But the modern application is the story of the Bhikkhuni revival. This is the how. Starting in the 20th century, courageous women, often supported by insightful masters like Thich Nhat Hanh in the Mahayana tradition, and with great difficulty in the Theravada and Tibetan traditions, have sought reordination. Figures like Bhikkhuni Aya Khema in the West, or Venerable Thubten Chodron in the Tibetan tradition, have built new, vibrant communities. They are, in effect, polishing the lamp. They are looking through the cultural fingerprints of sexism to reclaim the pure light of the Dhamma, They are not inventing a new path. They are restoring the original radical vision of the Buddha. This brings us to our practice. This whole issue is about getting stuck on the container, the form, the gender, the rules, and losing sight of the content, the wisdom, the light. This week, the practice is called Seeing the Light, Not Just the Lamp. In daily life, the mind constantly judges the lamp or the container. We judge a person's gender, their appearance, their age, their social role, or their title. The practice is this. When you interact with someone, notice the mind's first fast judgment about their container. Then pause. Take a breath and consciously ask yourself, where is the light in this person? What wisdom, what kindness, what shared humanity can I connect with, regardless of the lamp? This practice trains the mind to look for the essence in everyone, including ourselves. It is a small, radical act of equality. The Buddhist path, like any ancient tradition, carries the fingerprints of its past. It holds both the revolutionary seed of liberation and the cultural soil of patriarchy. The modern revival of the Bhikkhuni order is not a new invention. It is a restoration. It is the courageous act of cleaning the lamp so the light can shine equally for all. It reminds us that the Dhamma is not a museum piece. It is a living practice of purification. How can we, in our own communities, support this work? How can we all practice polishing the lamp in our own lives? Please share your thoughts in the comments below. Thank you for sharing this time, for walking this path with us today. May you be well, and may you have the wisdom to see the brilliant, equal light of the Dhamma in all beings.